Got it. Hello, everyone. It's a great day. We're coming all the way from, well, I'm coming all the way from the DMV, home of the what I'm putting into the universe championship Ravens. It's a Steelers house over there.
Danilo settled. But it's all good. It's all good.
It's all good. Look, everybody's on timeout right now. We all been sat down. Y'all.
Everybody's
It's
taking
okay.
a break. Everybody's resting, and regrouping and re-strategizing.
There you
So
go.
yeah.
There you go. This is Capri Smith. Well, this is Dr. Capri Smith of the Women Uncuffed Mary Kay unit. We claim to be a future $1 million pink Cadillac driving unit. And until that time, we will be satisfied in making sure everyone attached to us wins. And I'm here
All
with
right. I am Noreen, the one of a kind, royally designed boss beauty. And let me tell you, we're going to be doing some big, big things in 2026. So better keep your eyes on us, keep watching us, keep subscribing to all of our channels. Okay. Okay. Because you don't want to miss nothing. Nothing.
Look, Noreen, but I had naturally go like clap, clap, and high five, but now they have this little thing where I think it's clock the T, and I always mess it up. Am I doing it right? Is that it? Okay,
I think
okay. Is it?
it's look.
It's a little
Look,
something,
I've
something,
seen
something.
people do it this way too, so it's whatever.
I don't want to look like I'm throwing up gang signs. So as long as I'm not looking
You
like, okay,
know,
okay, okay. Well,
you know,
ladies, thank you for tuning
say,
in today. Let's just tell you what to expect. You should expect some self-care tips. You should expect some beautiful. Look at her beautiful face. She's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. Beautiful. Profile. Let them know. Let them know. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You should expect some beautification tips, some quick ones, some realistic ones that I love a makeup artist, but we don't claim to be makeup artists, right? We just get excited when we
definitely
put it on. It looks good, right? That's all we need.
yes,
So
yes.
today is all about self-care through skincare, doing the self-work, but we have to pay homage to this very special day, which we plan to do a little bit later. And we want to tap in with you ladies because we're right at the brink of it's too early to Christmas shop. Some things
Mm,
have just ended, right? So you want to bring you guys down to a point where you're recognizing you are still the priority. Kids are going to go back to school. Things are going to get a little more hectic. Don't forget you in the mix. So let's get right into it. Okay, so we are talking about self-care as emotional management. So,
mhm.
Noreen, what are your thoughts about
Yes, ma'am.
self-care?
So for me, self-care is a lot of things. It incorporates how you're feeling on the inside, how you're feeling on the outside. You are and I always remember like when you look good, you feel good. And so that's a part of your emotional management, like having your mind just set when you think about all the different things that we juggle in life and we may seem like it's overwhelmed or whatever the case may be, but when you have your mind in a place of, okay, today I'm going to do these three things.
Mm-hmm.
And I happen to not accomplish all three. I know that it's my priority for tomorrow. You
Mm-hmm.
know, me, myself, my emotional management right now has been scriptures and affirmations. That has helped me stay, I'm on this grind with school. So I had to
Mm-hmm.
keep the mental in place because if not, I'm like, what did I read? And then I'm
Right.
writing a paper and saying the same thing over and over again. So
That's it.
emotional is very, very important, both mind, body, and spirit.
I think you raised such excellent points, and we can't keep raising about the fact that we both went to City, what? City Forever. My rings, I got it close, y'all. I got it close. Kiss the
Also,
castle, mwah, kiss the castle, mwah. If you're watching this and you went to City, go ahead and put City Forever. Yes, yes, yes. And if you went to Poly, you can go ahead and put whatever you guys put, right? Okay, we won't hate. You know, it's all one love. That's a Baltimorean
voila,
thing, guys. One love. But it raises,
voila.
it does. It raises an important thing in that academia for both of us has really been one of the ways that we've been managed our emotions. And I'm so excited that today we are coming before you guys as Baltimorean daughters. Humble beginnings, right? A lot of things we figured out on
Right.
our own, but we were smart enough to remain grounded in academia, grounded in God. Like he leads every one of our steps, but also to recognize the importance of emotional management. And I think you might agree, Noreen, in our Mary Kay paths, we've seen that life gets so busy, it gets very loud and even sometimes demanding, right? It's very demanding. And I'm excited, guys, that through skincare, like what you see us doing right now, like her face is already beat for the gods, okay? Not mine. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do half. I'm gonna do half as we talk. And I just applied my
She
foundation.
always looks cute, but to the God. So it's just,
Just a little beat,
she
just
can
a little
show
beat.
how she get cute.
Okay. That's a little on the face, out the door beat.
Yes,
Okay, I like that.
yes,
So I'm gonna do an
yes,
on the face, out the door beat with half my face, and then the other side I'm gonna do skincare as we're talking, just to show you how easy it could be. So I think it's important. One of the strategies that we use for skincare is the pauses. Hey girl, let's hop on a Zoom, let's hop on a call. I need to clean my
yes.
face anyway. Those pauses, that's important. We like to talk about how relevant skincare is to our emotional management and how these pauses help. So, Mary, I'm going to toss it back to you as I go ahead and apply my next step. What am I going to do? My eyes. I'm going to do my eyes. Okay.
All right, okay. So today, guys, we honor Dr. Martin Luther King. Okay, this is the national holiday of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Okay, so his work reminds us that change requires endurance.
Mm-hmm.
And when we go through certain things in life, we have to recognize that those things are building up our endurance, okay, and our perseverance.
Mm-hmm.
We serve well when we're depleted.
Mm. That's good.
Self-care.
Say that one again.
We cannot serve well when we are depleted. So let's think about how we serve our families, how we serve our community, how we mentor, how we worship when we're in worship service and things of that nature, how we serve our community. I had the opportunity to go out from time to time and feed the homeless. We just recently did like toiletries. You don't think about like we every day, we have toothbrush and toothpaste and stuff like that, but people who are on the streets, they don't have that. So how can we give back if we're all depleted and feeling like, oh, this is just another day or whatever the case may be? So emotional regulation is part of sustainability, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Self-care supports leadership, surface, and purpose. I can't do anything. And I know for Dr. Caprice, she couldn't get that doctorate if she didn't have a purpose in mind, if she didn't have leadership skills and be surrounded by leaders who
Mm-hmm.
encourage.
Talk about the surroundings now. We got to come back to that.
You need leaders, you need your circle. I've been coining this. I have a circle of 12. And the reason
Mm.
why I say circle of 12, because Jesus had 12 disciples. So
Ooh,
when
child. I didn't know if we was going to church today, but go ahead.
hey, God is everywhere. He comes in, right on time and all the time. So
All the time.
but my circle of 12 incorporates business women, my spiritual sisters,
Mm-hmm.
um there's a couple of males that are part of my 12, and you need that 12 to help you stay balanced and to help you stay focused. And like you need people around you who know your goals, know what you're trying to get to, know your purpose, and they're feeding into that for you. And that helps your emotional management. It helps you, like, we always talk about talking people off the ledge.
Right.
And I have quite a time like, look, Dr. Priest. So, yeah, I ain't feeling it. Just the boy acting crazy. No, forget it.
But you know what's
And
interesting, Noreen? You said so many wonderful things. I think one of the most profound is that you call somebody, you reach out. And let's be real clear
Mhm.
and transparent. If anyone knows me, and if you get to know me, honey, if you follow this channel, you'll get to see transparent, I don't even know if that's the word for it. It will be times when both Christian wives both founded, loved, empower women, both helped and mentor the next generation our whole lives. However, some of our conversations are centered on, you know what, I think we need to go more to the gun range right now, sis, because that's how I'm feeling. we go from, do we need coffee or should it be a little thinner coffee that's a little more red, right? So we give each other, I think, through really listening and being tuned in. Your tribe of 12, I love that. I can't say that I have 12 tribe, but I know I got a humongous tribe. But that inner circle, that up close and personal, the one that really needs me, they are the reason why I am so successful. They are the reason why emotional management, that's the strategy too. Your emotional management, who you reach out to, who you're surrounded by, who pours into you, who you listen to, not in the sense that everybody says, careful who you talk to. I'm not talking about that because everybody goes through stuff whether they say it or not. What I'm talking about is the people who you listen to. If you aren't careful about who that is, you're going to be in the valley right with them. How about that for emotional management? What you got for that?
Yep. And then you also got to think about self-talk. Yes. Your self-talk is a part of your emotional management as well. You know, like Caprice, like, oh, Sure, your face is beat to the gods. To me, it's like, oh, this was just a simple, let me look cute. But I get so many different compliments, even when I don't have on makeup, but I have on, my lips are done and my eyes are popping. But I tell myself, and I had to get to this place because I've not always been at this place. I had to tell myself, look in the mirror, look how cute you are. And the girl that does my hair, like when I get my hair done and stuff, I'm like, oh, I'm cute. She's like, all right. But for me, that's my emotional management. That's to be at it today. All right, let's carry this to the week. So yeah, you gotta that self-talk. You gotta get that in.
One of the things we learn in Mary Kay, and guys, let's explain the hat, okay? So Noreen is repping MLK Day, and I'm repping Nashville because that's where they are in leadership, honey. All our Mary Kay sisters are in leadership, doing some yeehaw, okay? So that's what the hat is. Right. That's what this, these things are. But we are able to almost took the hat off, y'all. I was scared everybody. You cut your computer off, you ran out the room. Lord, don't let me take the hat. Oh, Lord, don't let. But I want to talk about next the consistency, because in my life, up till about late 20s, I was inconsistent with my self-care and self-love. I wasn't aware that just like everything else, and this is what I was saying about what we learned in Mary Kay, you now look in that mirror and you have to train her to be gentle to you. You have to look at her and you have to say, wait, Mr. Tight, I don't think you're ready to pour into me. No, it's me talking to me, right? I don't think you're ready to pour into me. Let's take a few minutes. Right. Let's listen to some music. Let's get some, shake some things off. And I don't think a lot of women realize how much power they have in that authority over their lives. Like, you can say no, it's a complete sentence without the guilt. You can say yes, it's a complete sentence without the guilt. No shade. I love my extended family and my family and everybody there. But how about I've been known as the Block You Queen? Okay, Block You Queen, honey. If it causes me stress, that's what I'm not going to do. That's what I ain't going to do. I'm not sticking around for it.
Nope. You're not going to let it into your your emotional management. If you're taking on everybody else's stuff, then when do you have time to take care of you?
Right.
You know, as women, entrepreneurs, we're leaders, we're mentors, we're this, that, and the other. We have to make sure that we stay on point.
Stay tight.
Between one of the things that we learned too in Mary Kay is make your customer feel important.
Ooh, girl, we vibing because I promise you I was like I'm about the men. Go ahead, I'm coming.
Yes. So making the customer feel important will only come through if we feel we are important. And I can't tell you, oh girl, you need to, put something on your lips or whatever, and I don't got nothing. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
We have to support each other. We can't say, oh, well, I got mine, you got yours to get.
Yes, that's not cool.
Mm,
And you know
that's
what,
not
Noreen? What's interesting is that one of the foundations of Women Uncuffed, we have five: serve God, serve your community, honor who you are, do the self work, and stretch daily. We call them goals. So,
yeah.
2 points. Martin Luther King, this is his day of celebration. Regardless of the politics and the history behind it, I'm not saying to minimize it, but I'm not saying to minimize his legacy at all. Trust me, not at all.
Right.
But I am saying one thing he was a dreamer. And he made a profound speech that he had a dream. And that dream has impacted so many lives. So our
Yes.
goals, his dream is right on point with Noreen. And that's if you can't like get it right for yourself, don't expect other people to buy into your mess with you. How are you going to tell somebody to put on lipstick if you're not wearing it? How are you going to tell somebody to have a positive attitude if you ain't feeling it? People see through the funk, they see through it. So, like, if you aren't
Yep.
feeling yourself, don't impose that on us.
Correct. Correct.
Strategy number three. If you're going to do it, do it. If not, stop wasting everybody's time. Yes, ma'am. What you got?
Hey, you we are right on the same train. We're riding the same track.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it's very important to recognize your emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Some people say to me all the time, "Well, you're a Pisces, so you're always emotional." Not
True.
necessarily. I like that one. I like that color. What is that one called? Because I always
Oh, I
go
need
to that
my
one
let me
all the
see.
time.
Okay, I'm gonna put my glasses on so I can see.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, you keep going. I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell you in a minute. Assured room.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Yes. And
I
then
love this palette.
let me tell you something about these Mary Kay palettes, right?
Hmm.
Names are inspirational.
Yes, it's
Radiant confidence and, fearless. I'm like, oh,
so much like journey. Like this is one. Here's one. My perfume. Can you guys see that pretty good? It's a clear. You can see it.
oh yeah.
This scent right here, Illuminea. It's like
Lumin
they have believe, journey, feel
yeah.
beautiful, be beautiful.
Uh-huh.
This
Mhm.
Illuminate, it was at a point, it was so timely for our unit because we were popping, we were a fresh unit. We were like, oh, it was just
Yeah.
so timely. And one of the things I wanted to share about that perfume, I don't know if I ever told us in our unit, told you guys, is that illuminate was one of my power words that motivated me. So
Okay.
another strategy, guys, is if you can't sing about it, if you can't dance about it, if you can't get you excited about you, and this is the self care we're talking about, that is the biggest part of emotional management because you can't control what everybody else does. But if you can't get excited about you, get excited about something. That if it has to be a perfume and the name of a perfume that you attach, it has to be a
Yeah.
name of a palette. You heard nobody like, oh, I like that. So like,
Yes.
there's no way you can put this on and not feel. Let me go somewhere, say something, do something, smile pretty. Look, let me put my face in front of somebody else's face. You like my face? Okay. Oh, you think so? Like you gotta
Yeah. Oh, okay.
demand the compliment to me.
What's
Yes,
the saying that they say? We get paid to look beautiful. We get paid to wear makeup.
I
Like,
love it.
come on.
I love
And
it.
so, but that's still all rolls into self-care.
Self care.
And self-care, it just has so many different levels, which some people think, but it doesn't. It's just simple, your emotions, and how you manage them.
That's it.
That that's
And
that's the
when you go
bottom.
back to your customers, I think not only do they appreciate the you getting yourself together for them to give the best version, I also think
Mhm.
that it's like in Maryland, we recently have this law or something in coming becoming a law where they're advocating for hairstylists and barbers to get familiar with domestic violence. I do want to do a plug for Mary Kay. They we give billions back to cancer and domestic violence, and we always have for 60 years. And that was a large part of why I became a consultant because I'm a survivor, I'm an advocate, retired detective, investigated it, wrote a book about it, my own personal story, told all my mama business. She was mad at me at first. She got over it, honey. The story needed to be told. So domestic violence still does impact women everywhere. And Noreen, I know you see me putting this cheek stuff on my you see that, right? I'm actually softening my nose.
Yeah,
Yep.
I do.
It impacts everywhere. So what I want to say is sometimes you may be in a position, we feel this all the time in my Mary Kay business, is that we're in a position to help others just through education, quick popping.
Correct.
In the same way as a stylist and a barber has to say, are you okay? It's like the little screening questions that they ask. We're right there. So
Hmm.
like if you thought about helping women, if you consider being in Mary Kay, this might be your call because you can help women through domestic violence. You can make yourself feel better. You can have an amazing skincare system, amazing sisters. So I want to come in
Amazing.
the go ahead, girl. What you say? Yes,
Amazing. Amazing.
amazing. If y'all can hear
I,
about some of the conversations we had, it look
I want to also say on that note about law, I noticed a lot of recently they were showing like what are the signals. So like
mm,
if you're in the airport, if you're on, in the market and you
right,
see someone have their hand behind their back and they're doing a certain motion, that is telling you that they need help. And I
right,
think that a lot of us are not aware of those things. We walk by people and we basically look through them
yeah,
instead of looking at them. And we have to be aware. We
yeah,
have to be aware of what's happening in the world.
yep.
Um, Not consumed by it, but
Oh,
just
wait.
be aware. You
That's the
never know what
thing. We
somebody's gonna reach out.
we have roles to play. Like if you're like this woman empowerment, that can't just happen when you get on a Zoom. No, Ray, we
Correct.
walk through the airport, honey. If we ain't chitty chatting to each other, we're in the bathroom looking at making eye contact when you good, everything good. We sit
Yes.
beside each other. Are you hungry? What do you need? And it's not about being extroverted or just like over the top. It's about making sure people are checking in on people. The symbols that you
Right.
mentioned, I will be very honest, that's a nuanced thing.
Mhm.
I was so grateful to have advocated in Annapolis for dating domestic laws, and they weren't being taught in school and churches, and still maybe need to go back
Right.
because some of the shifts that we had, like mandatory arrest and all of those other things, has not always been the best approach. Sometimes it has an opposite effect. But the symbols,
Right.
I don't understand them. I have the privilege of teaching college age students and they are
Mhm.
so aware. So yes, keep that coming. What I say about the hand symbols is don't get locked into them so much for people our age. We are a lot more
Right.
intuitive. We have a lot more socialism. We've been socialized. They don't. So if a hand signal helps, by all means, yes, let's learn them. That could be our homework, Lorraine. We can learn a few.
Yeah, I put that down as one of my goals because I've seen it in just in brief news um sir segments, and
Mm,
I've also saw it in a show, a movie or something. So I was like, oh, you know what? I need to really like look into that. And that's another thing about emotional management. I know that there are times throughout the season, um, my circle of 12, they know
love
what
that.
January, February, and March mean to me.
Mm, mm-hmm.
So from time to time, I get a little message. You
Mm-mm.
good? You good? And I'm like, yes, I'm good. Thank you for checking on me. Um, and it means a lot, especially when you are in a place where you're feeling like I this is my mom's birthday month.
Oh,
So
wow.
always like, yay, it's January, new beginnings and da 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 da. And then I was like, oh wait, my mommy. But
Oh,
guess what? But guess what? It's no sadness, and so that's a part of emotional management, knowing where you are in particular seasons. We go through seasons in our lives.
right.
We do go through just like we have seasons, winter, spring, fall. We go through seasons in our lives, and we have to recognize what those seasons are, what they mean to us, and how
Mm-hmm.
we can get through those seasons. And that's a part of emotional management.
And that's I think a very important last strategy, and that's to recognize not just so much what it means to you, but how you might be coming across to others. I can tell you, this is like
Mhm.
our Super Bowl. This is Mary Kay Super Bowl, career conference, seminar, leadership. These things. This is how we fuel ourselves and we build ourselves up. I'm a senior director. Most of my experience in Mary Kay has been senior director. Noreen has been a red jacket. That's the first leadership positions. So we come from leadership perspectives in every area of our lives. The one thing I love about Mary Kay is that we didn't have to cancel that when we got here, right? Something special happens when you're
Yeah.
surrounded by other people who are also leaders because they get to say, check yourself, girl, you good? Go take a 5 minute. So how we come across to others, if you can release that offense, the spirit of offense, and be willing to take others' advice, and they're saying, "You okay? You good?" I think one of the softest approaches I've ever experienced is I have a colleague at campus, and she and I would just cut up every time we see each other. But one day, I just knew I was having a bad day, so I tried to retreat a little bit, and she wouldn't let me retreat. She came over to me and she said, "Are you good, girl? Everything okay?" And then that one question she got, "Well, this is happening, this is happening, that is happening." And that is just not me to unload. Like, I'm not an unloader, right? I'm like, swallow it, chalk it, keep it moving on, move it on. So it gave me what I
Yeah.
needed though. And the biggest reminder for emotional management for you guys, ladies, is if you're doing a lot, good job. You're not the only one. We're not minimizing it. We're just saying, good job, bravo, way to go. But you don't have to keep collecting gold stars to feel like you're doing well. We want you to be well, really. We want you to be okay. We want you in our tribe. There's plenty of room for Women Uncuffed. Trust me. We won't absorb your brand. While we are Women Uncuffed, because that's our unit, you got the royally designed beauties, the timeless beauties. You got a lot of moving parts over there because they're all leaders. So you don't have to cancel yourself when you get there. The world's going to always be crazy. We're founded in God's principle because our business is founded in God's principle. My emotional management is
Yeah.
Mary Kay sometimes. When my
Mm-hmm.
husband says,
Yeah.
I'm going to get a cigar, I'm like, bet, say less. I'm going to Mary Kay meeting. Right? And the biggest thing that happened for me is when my family, my sons, and my husband, they recognize, oh, this is your Mary Kay night. Right.
Yes.
It,
That happens
girl,
for me too.
oh my Lord. So my
And
thing
then
is,
let me not be on a meeting. They were like, "Isn't this your Mary
right.
Kay night?"
You get a
Like,
little offended,
wait,
like, what you don't want to talk to me? What you saying? So I'm saying, ladies,
I'm joking.
look,
I'm free, but it's
look, you might need an escape, honey. It may not be the DR. It might actually be Mary Kay. Okay, so let me do my finishing spray
not.
on this side. I almost took the head off again.
And as that was simple, quick, and easy. It doesn't take a lot. It really doesn't.
The cheeks, eyes, nose, a
And
little
as
sculpting.
yes, that's what I was about to say. We don't that I love Mary Kay products because they're to me they're so interchangeable. Like you can put a lipstick on your eye. You can put you, you can put the we have liquid eyeliner. You can use that as a lip liner. Like, come on now.
There's no problem with it.
You know that you can just be versatile with it and you don't have to stay in the same in the little box. You can expand out, you can branch out. And that's like the most important thing. I know for me, getting my emotions in check, because I used to drive a lot of people crazy,
You and me both.
especially the
Even myself, I drove myself too.
especially the one on the screen. I used to get her on heart.
That's
She's like,
not
"You
true. I
did
love
good."
that. That's not entirely true. I was plucking her nerves too. We was plucking each other's nerves, but it was called growth. See, serving your community. Your community recognizes it.
But no, but listen. The thing about that is what I had to learn is I had to learn to let other people um love on me and
Mm,
let others pour back into me as much as I have poured out to others. And that's important too, that you allow people to
yeah.
pour in because sometimes people see something that you don't see. And if they're true blue and they got your back, they're gonna say, "Sis, can I talk to you for a
They're
second?" Or
gonna sit you down.
let me say something. So be open to allow people to pour back into you.
That's good.
That's
That's so good.
that's important. I
Without
know
the
that would be
without the judgment and two, and look, I promise y'all, we're not gonna be here for 4 hours. I promise you, we're gonna land the plane. It's just so good. It's just so good. The thing
yes.
is needed, right? The thing is, you don't have to be in this isolated world where you push everyone away and then you mad they left. You don't have to do that. Life is so
No fault.
incredibly it's not necessary. Life is so oh, look at that face. And look, you can see this one pumped up a little bit when I put this stuff on it. Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Um, Life could be very rewarding and enjoyable no matter where you are, where you came from, how it started, who did you wrong. Let all that stuff go because having been a little over 27 plus plus plus, I've realized just a little over, I have realized that you can't do a few things. You can't outbless God. When you surround yourself with his people, he always shows up when you do the work you're supposed to do according to him getting the glory and your unique way. So be like everybody else. Also, when you
Yeah.
give back and you help and uplift other sisters, that is emotional management. Every single
Yes.
day that I've had a bad day where I felt like I had no more to give, there were my kids. I have a special needs autistic son. Do you think he cares about my bad day? He's like, yeah, I'm still hungry. I still got to eat. I still got to do this. I still want your attention.
Yeah.
There are my adult kids. Hey, mom. That mom cancels out everything else that I might be feeling, right? So I have learned to make sure I compartmentalize and carve some time out for myself because that emotional management doesn't mean to selfishly prioritize only your needs and only deal with you. Unfortunately, guys, there's a duality to this. We have to be, Noreen, you have how many students that you counsel and help? You have how many children that calls you auntie? It just never ends, right? Oh wait, I saw on social media the other day it was this thing about a hover student or hover kids or hover thing. I was one, and I had
Uh-huh.
was all of that. So the reality is, we need each other, and the biggest emotional
Yeah.
management piece for me, and this is my final thought, is if you could just tap into what someone else might be going through, what they are
Mhm.
giving all, and what they might be feeling, and you're that one thing that's going to help them be better, then you've done it. That's like if you're having a bad day, whatever that bad day is centered on, if it's man issues, if it's girlfriend issues, if it's money issues, you go out there, you give away the money, you go out there, you help someone in the worst predicament, you look at their situations, and I promise you, you're going to feel instantly better about yourself. So, Nori, do you have
Yes.
any final emotional management thoughts?
So my final thought would be aware. Be aware of your emotions
Okay.
and be aware of how it comes off to other people.
Mm-hmm.
And then think about this. If I'm having a bad day, how can I turn that around? You know how they say the a frown is a smile upside down.
Mm-hmm.
So I always think about that. Like my face gives off.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hide my emotions. My
Okay.
face gives
Right.
So I always remember put a smile on my face because I never know who that smile is going to help.
Right. Right. That's so good. That's so
Mhm.
good. Well, we promise to come back 1,000 times. As like we and Women Uncuffed, we don't like to be bound by rules. Like if it feels good right now, then we're here, and if it doesn't, we'll see you next time. So be sure to follow us. Noreen, you want to share your social media handles, or should I just go to your Facebook?
Um, Facebook, but
Okay,
I'm telling you, Instagram is Royally Designed. My whole thing is Royally Designed.
I love that.
So that's where I am, Royally Designed. And on YouTube, I'm Royally Designed as well.
Awesome. Royalty Design Noreen, and I'll be sure to put her name in the description on the YouTube. And this is Dr. Capri Smith of Women Uncuffed and Capri Smith everywhere, Women Uncuffed everywhere. The bottom line is if not with us, make sure you do connect with your audience. As we progress throughout this year, like Noreen says, we have some amazing things happening. A lot of skincare, a lot of beauty tips. No, we're not estheticians, and no, we're not makeup artists, nor do we claim to be on TV. We ain't trying to do that. We are trying to help the normal woman living her everyday life be better and be uncuffed in every area. So thank you guys so much. Until next time. Bye.